Als nächstes kommen wir, ja, Bart. Bart wird über Community-Wachstum reden in der Apache Hop Community. So, Bart, the stage is yours.
Yep, thank you. I'll share my screen. So, community. Everything that Matt showed has been built in the last, well, 20 plus years, but as Apache Hop in the last 3.5 years by a community of people who work together on Apache Hop, initially Project Hop, and then we joined the Apache Software Foundation and became Apache Hop. The Apache Software Foundation, which hosts 350 plus projects, is, well, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, NGO that manages open source software. I think the other big one is the CNCF, but Apache's is definitely one of the biggest too. What all Apache projects have in common is a strong focus on innovation and community. When Project Hop became Apache Hop and we joined the incubator, which is an early stage process where new projects need to go through a process before they become a top level project. And the two main tasks there are to learn to work the Apache way, build a release in the Apache organization, and build a community. So this is really crucial in every Apache project.
Wait, Bart, can you share your screen? We can't see your screen of your presentation. Yeah.
I was sharing.
It started and then.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Okay, that should have been.
It's gone? Okay.
Is it gone again?
Yeah. I think we have.
Your turn.
Now it works. Great, thank you.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, well, innovation and building a community are the two main points of being an Apache project. Great communities build great software. Why is being a community-driven project important for Apache Hop? First of all, being community-driven means that no single company drives the software. We have been working with a global community of developers, contributors, users. There are a growing number of companies involved, but not one of these companies owns or drives Apache Hop. So the collaboration is crucial. We have a quickly growing community. We'll get back to that later in a minute, but the social media channels all have major growth. We see growth in different areas of the globe. And we have a pretty low bar in terms of contributions. We consider contributions a lot more than just writing software code, ideas, joining discussions, creating bug fixes, documentation, translation, even being critical about positive criticism about new features, about things you like, you don't like. And in general, we consider every bug report, every improvement request, every feature request important. No bug is too small or too big to fix, and no improvement suggestion or feature request is too big or too small to consider. The German Apache Hop community. If you look at the map, we have a large community these are the website visitors, that this is reflected in social media interactions and all that. So we have a lot of people in the US, especially in Brazil, in South America, in Asia, and almost 35% of all of the website visitors are European, with close to 9% of the website visitors in Germany or from Germany. So pretty significant representation. Community in, well, numbers, we have consistent growth in the number of people that join us in Mattermost in our chat on LinkedIn, on Twitter. YouTube isn't here, but is actually a pretty strong channel as well. We have quite a number of videos of the meetups that we frequently do. In the middle is the GitHub contributor list. We have over 5,500 commits of 50 plus contributors, and those contributors come from a variety of organizations. And we've seen significant growth and, well, actually a lot of engagement in Weblate. And Weblate was introduced with version 2.3 and is a web-based tool to help you to translate Apache Hop into your local language. So if you go to translate.projecthub.org, you can have a look at the German translation for Apache Hop and just jump right in, start translating. Start to improve the German translation for Apache Hop just in the comfort of a browser window. So how can you help? And even more importantly, what's in it for me? And me in this case is obviously you. Community is a two-way street. It's not it's not a one-way street. If you contribute to Apache Hop, that actually helps you. If you find a bug, if you need a feature, create a ticket. If you create a ticket, or if you don't create a ticket and get frustrated about a bug or a missing feature, we can't fix, we can't implement what we don't know exists. So we can fix unknown problems, we can implement features that we don't know you need. A very useful contribution is providing feedback about what you like, what you don't like about Apache Hop on the chat, on Twitter, in the mailing lists. Whatever you like, we'll pick it up and definitely listen to you. One of the quick ways that you can help if you see a typo, if you find small problems on the documentation pages. Every page on the Apache Hop website has in the upper right corner an edit this page link, and that takes you directly to the GitHub page for that documentation page, and you can just edit it directly, create a pull request, and improve that documentation page. Another way to help and to, well, help yourself and help Apache Hop is to just spread the word, tweets, blog posts. There have been quite a number of blog posts in German in the last year or so, and that not only helps to build the knowledge and spread the word about Apache Hop, but it helps you to build credibility in the Apache Hop user community. And again, no contribution is too big or too small. We appreciate all of the contributions that we receive. Like I mentioned, we are on a lot of social media channels. Feel free to join us in the chat, just chat.projecthop.org, and we have an active community. There's always someone who will listen to you, who will answer your questions. You can follow us on Twitter, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Meetup. We frequently have Hop Hangouts, which are, well, informal sessions where we discuss a topic, look at a use case, and have a very interactive session between 1 and 2 hours about all possible Hop-related topics. So that's the Apache Hop community in a nutshell. Yeah, if there are any questions, let me know.
Well, yes, I have one question from the community. Is there any plan to have a discussion forum for the community discussions to share and answer questions? It seems to be pretty commune, several open source projects to be using tools like Discord, org nowadays. So is there any plans to do that?
We used to have a forum in the initial days, and people worked on the or jumped in on chat way more than on the forums, because, well, a forum in the forums it could take a while to get an answer. In the chat, we maybe answer questions too quickly for forums to be active. But there have been many questions on Stack Overflow, actually, and we follow Stack Overflow. There is a Apache Hop tag. So yeah, if there is a need for a forum, we can create one. But actually, the forums are pretty active. The chat is pretty active. Stack Overflow works, so there is no forum at the moment. We can create one, but yeah.
Thank you. We have one technical question, I think. So both of you can answer if you want. So is there any planned integration for support for Azure DevOps, at least for refos? Not yet, but I have to say that everything that we implemented for, let's say, the execution location type plugins, they're all plugins. So you can envision like all sorts of plugins for Azure DevOps or for the GCP or Amazon variants for that as well. It's just, yeah, if you really want it, contact us at Lean with Data. We're not against doing custom development. You know, we did it for Google, and we will do it for others as well, right? Yeah, we're happy to help out, but yeah, we don't have any plans right now.
Well, there could already be quite a bit of possibilities. We'll have to look into it. But integration with, yeah, Git is not a problem. With GitHub Actions works with Bitbucket pipelines. So there, we'll look into what the options for DevOps are. For Azure DevOps, we integrate with a lot of DevOps platforms.
Yeah, that's right, Bart. I think we already have like the ability to run a pipeline whenever a workflow runs, and that pipeline receives all the logging information. So you could send it to DevOps through a web service right now. Yeah, at that point, yeah. So it's just a little bit more work, I guess, than having.
Yeah, we can smoothen the process, but I assume it's already possible.
And the advantage of using like an execution information location is that it works both ways. So for reading the information back out, there's even like a transform for reading the information back out as an API for it. But if you use the logging stack, it's just one way, right? It just sends it off into the ether, into the DevOps system.
Yeah, great. So yeah, we have a financial question from Christian. He wonders, how actually is the work of you guys funded? Is it all the Apache Foundation? Is it long-term?
So for the Apache Hop project, yeah, Bart I also already answered that. This is all about community building, right? Great communities build great software. And then for the individual people contributing to it, it's different for everybody. There are community members that do this for fun or because they use Hop in their own project and want to improve. For us, Bart, Hans, me, we do it to grow a business. Yeah, so we want to make a business out of supporting companies and partners like it-novum. So that's what we want to do. And we have a longer term vision for both Apache Hop, the lean enterprise analytics stack that we want, the knowledge base, and then we also want to put Hop in the cloud as a service as well,
Yeah.
which is a broader topic than was fitting into 25 minutes, but yeah, that's why we want to make money. You know.
It's a mix of believing in the idea of what Apache Hop is and trying to make a living. that's not an unimportant part as well. But especially in the first 3 years, I think the amount of unpaid work is quite high. We spent the lockdowns and the whole pandemic working very hard on Hop without being paid, but it's in the long term, it's not pure altruism. So we do development and provide support and training.
Yeah, great, thank you. I have to do some timekeeping things. We collect all the questions and answers on our after our last presentation. So please feel free to ask what you want.